Star Wars for the first time ever, all three genres coming together for this game. Looking at the action figures you can get for this game, it ranges anywhere from Spider-Man to retro Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. It's amazing. Can you imagine combining Spider-Man and Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker in a Disney Infinity video game? It's because Disney announced the purchasing of the Marvel and Star Wars franchises. They own a branch of Marvels and Star Wars now, and they can take their original Disney characters and create more opportunities for fans of things like Marvel, Star Wars, and fans of Disney who have been there from the get-go in a way that we've never seen Disney enhanced before, with more play sets, with more worlds, and more significant advancements from any Disney Infinity prior release, talking about Disney Infinity 1.0 through 2.0, which was released just last year. I know how big Disney Infinity 2.0 was. It was flying off the shelves. I know Chuck Skull on Wacko Bob's Wacko Network over at blogtalkradio.com/the Wacko Network, and now on Mixler, talked about Disney Infinity 2.0 and how highly of a video game revenue that was for Disney. What an accessible franchise that was. It was flying off the shelves, and I see this one flying off the shelves just as much, if not more. Now, the thing about Disney Infinity is I keep going back to my first review ever of Disney Infinity in 2013 when I talked about how it was a nightmare on your wallet, and it really is for the price of the play sets and the action figures, not so much the video game. The video game ranges anywhere from $80 to $85 with tax, basically almost close to $100 is what you'll pay by the time the HST and the GST goes on this video game. But the thing is, I think it's really worth it. The starter pack is amazing. It comes with Star Wars characters, of course. That's how you kick off your Disney Infinity 3.0 experiences, as you were able to with Disney Infinity 1.0 and 2.0. I know in 2.0, I think Captain America, Iron Man, and Spider-Man came with the video game. I think the Hulk was also included in there as well. You can also purchase expansions with characters and playsets for Disney Infinity 2.0, but this one in particular, you can purchase this one with the starter pack, and you get a lot of Star Wars action figures to kick off your Disney Infinity 3.0 experience. But the thing is, you can expand off that with Disney characters like Donald Duck and Goofy, who are making their Disney Infinity debuts for the first time ever, which is why I'm really excited about this video game, because a lot of Disney characters especially are making their Disney Infinity debut who probably should have been included with Disney Infinity 1.0. For some reason, you get Wizard Mickey Mouse from The Apprentice, of course, from Fantasia, but you couldn't get Donald Duck or Goofy or Minnie Mouse, and now you can with Disney Infinity 3.0, and I think some of these characters that should have been included with Disney Infinity 1.0 are finally making their long-awaited Disney Infinity debuts. So there's a lot of expansions with this video game, and a lot more opportunities that we didn't see with Disney Infinity 1.0 and 2.0, but there still is that in the back of your mind that this video game is a nightmare on your wallet. You could spend anywhere from up to $1,000 to $1,500 on experiences and expansions for Disney Infinity when you talk about action figures and the playsets, but it's really worth it when it really comes down to it at the end of the day, because everybody has, something to look forward to with Disney Infinity, and everybody has something to share with you from their life, from some experience they've had with Disney, and you'll get hours of enjoyment with this video game. That's the thing. You can get hours of enjoyment with Disney Infinity 1.0 and 2.0 with no disrespect to those previous releases. But this video game, of course, with the Force Striking Back, of course, being one of the play sets and one of the worlds, and there's a lot of Star Wars elements being brought forth in the game, along with all the Marvel aspects tying into it, of course, with the purchase of Marvel by Disney. The thing is, this video game provides you with more of an opportunity to expand with expansion packs, play sets, action figures, and there's more of an opportunity for you to become reintroduced to these characters in a way that we never have before, especially Yoda. Really love what Disney's done with Yoda, making this peace-free individual who really doesn't care about much from what we've previously seen with him in the Star Wars franchise. I really like what Disney's done, changing up the Star Wars characters and giving you more of a reason to be a Star Wars fan. Can't say I'm really a big fan of Star Wars Episode 8 and 9 being produced by Disney. That's coming up in 2016, 2017. Really conspicuous and really skeptical on what they're going to be doing with Star Wars Episodes 7 and 8. Really looking forward to finding out what they're going to be doing with 7, 8, and 9 for that franchise, and what they're going to be doing in years to come with Star Wars, because, we all know what Star Wars details. We were all diehard Star Wars fans of the original franchise. Disney, of course, purchasing a spin-off of that and putting out Episodes 8 and 9. I don't really know what to expect with that, but I know they've done a great job with the Lego Star Wars on Disney XD, and they've also done a great job with Star Wars merchandise. I've never seen more Star Wars merchandise in all my life. Now, I never really was a die-hard Star Wars fan, really never get into the whole concept of Star Wars, nor could I Star Trek, but the thing is, Disney has an incredible amount of merchandise out for this. Disney Infinity is just one amount of merchandise that we've seen from Star Wars in the last, dare I say, 6 months since this announcement was made at the end of 2014 that Marvel and Star Wars were coming on board with Disney. But you couldn't have made a smarter move to, really generate revenue for Disney by putting out this video game combining all three genres. That's one thing I really put Disney over for doing. Not only have they announced movies featuring Star Wars and Marvel's characters coming up in the next couple of months, but the thing is, what we're seeing from Disney now is Disney has an incredible opportunity to generate revenue, and they couldn't have made a smarter move by what they did by combining all three genres with Disney Infinity 3.0, which is something we didn't get out of Disney Infinity 1.0 and 2.0. So you get hours of enjoyment, and you get more of an opportunity to create. Now, Lego's Dimensions seems to be a direct competitor for Disney Infinity, just as Skylanders with their Superchargers video game release with Donkey Kong and Mario making appearances as action figures in this video game franchise, the latest expansion of the Skylanders franchise. But the thing is, I think Disney Infinity definitely is ahead of everybody else because of the popularity of the characters, no matter if you're talking about Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars, just Disney alone. The popularity of their characters were unbelievable, and now they've added Marvel and Star Wars concepts and elements into Disney Infinity for video game releases coming up in 2016, 2017. Disney Infinity 4.0 and 5.0 are going to be video game releases to look forward to, because I wonder how they're going to expand off Disney Infinity's 1.0 through 3.0 with how many characters you can purchase in the way of action figures for $12.99 by the time tax, GST, and HST goes on that. You're going to be paying anywhere from $15 to $16 in total per action figure, over almost $29 through $30 for the playsets, possibly even more because it's now available on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and we know how significantly high the prices of those video games are. But the thing is, there's so much of an incredible opportunity for Disney Infinity 3.0, and all Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars fans, you cannot miss out on this opportunity, so I do recommend that you take full advantage of it. In terms of a 5-star scale perspective rating, you can easily rate the release of Disney Infinity 3.0 at least 4.5 out of 5 stars, and I rate it that high because of the popularity of a video game like Disney Infinity 2.0 from 2014, with characters like the Hulk, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Captain America, combined with Disney villains and Disney super characters, which was amazing for Disney and Marvel to combine their genres with and bring forth for Disney Infinity 2.0. Obviously, Disney knew what they were doing when they purchased licenses of Marvel and Star Wars and the rights to them. They knew what they were going to do with them. They had some kind of a sense of direction. We've seen it on Disney XD. We're going to be seeing it with Star Wars Episodes 8 and 9 and other Star Wars projects like Lego Star Wars in the coming months. So obviously they had a sense of direction. I know Olivia Holt, getting the opportunity to play Spider-Girl on Disney XD, was also really excited about that, as will other Disney teen idols who will get more opportunities to be involved with Marvel and Star Wars projects coming up in the very near future. Really looking forward to that with the way of music videos or appearances they'll be making on live-action TV shows and or movies. It's going to be really exciting to be a fan of Disney when we see Marvel and Star Wars have more done with the purchasing of their licenses and why Disney did it. But it was a smart move, and obviously Disney Infinity is one point that proves Disney knows what they're at. Even though we find time in criticizing Disney for purchasing the rights to things like Marvel and Star Wars, they know what they're doing. It seems kind of weird, I know, to see Yoda and Mickey Mouse kind of trying to coexist in one video game, but the thing is, Disney had to do something, and Disney has expanded their fan base by doing this. They could have made a smarter move, and I am really proud of Disney announcing the purchasing of licenses of Marvel and Star Wars, because you don't really realize how many Star Wars and Marvel fans out there criticize Disney for doing this, and how many Marvel and Star Wars fans we have out there. We have literally millions, if not billions, of Star Wars and Marvel fans. But the thing is, you can find time in criticizing Disney for doing this, but I mean, what else was there for Marvel and Star Wars to do? They had done everything over the last 30 through 45 years, close to 50 years, over 5 decades. Marvel and Star Wars has enhanced audiences worldwide of all different age demographics, and now the younger age demographic can really get into Lego Star Wars, can really get into things being done with Marvel, of course, on Disney XD, with Disney teen idols being given the opportunity to play roles like Spider-Girl, like Olivia Holt, I was recently given the opportunity to do a couple of months back, and more Disney stars are going to be given the same opportunities to do so. So I think if there ever was a time to be a fan of either Star Wars, Marvel, or Disney, either three genres, the time is now, and Disney Infinity 3.0 is an incredible opportunity. You can go to disney.com/video games for more info on this. I posted the HD trailer for you to check out on my Facebook page at HEW Entertainment, and I tweeted it up for you some time ago on my Twitter at Jonathan Clarke 1. I know the Disney Infinity video game releases of previous years like 2013 and 2014 were getting raving reviews. This one, likewise, one of the more highly anticipated Disney Infinity video game releases of the Disney Infinity franchise. Disney Infinity really has taken over Disney.com's video game website. There's a lot of info on this, and there's a lot of expansions that are released from the time the video game is dropped to the time the project is finalized and we get a new version of the same video game prototype released. And I know that this video game has really taken over the subsite for video games on Disney.com, and it doesn't surprise me at all that this video game has taken over the way that it has, getting raving reviews, and there's something to get out of this video game for every member of your entire family. So it is something to take advantage of, and I want to know what your opinion of the video game is. So you can get in on the conversation on my Facebook page, with that being said, at HEW Entertainment, by tweeting me on Twitter at Jonathan Clarke 1 with the creative hashtag Disney Infinity 3.0, 3.0, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Mickey Mouse. I don't care what the hashtag is. Really appreciate that. Also on my YouTube channel at Jonathan Clarke 22, where I will be archiving this video as a recently uploaded video and a featured video for you to get in on the conversation about. You can leave it for me down at the bottom of the video, in any part of the video, in the comments. I want to know what your opinion is on the video game release of Disney Infinity 3.0. I guess the only big video game to look forward to aside from Disney Infinity 3.0 and the early releases, which obviously we're going to get, implying from the 2013 and 2014 releases of Disney Infinity 1.0 and 2.0 and now 3.0 by 2015, around the same time next year in August of 2016. Obviously we can expect Disney Infinity 4.0 with whatever that's going to imply. But the thing is, I guess the only video game we can look forward to now on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One is Kingdom Hearts 3 from Square Enix and Disney, combining Final Fantasy characters and Disney characters from every Disney world you can possibly think of. Making their debuts, of course, in this video game are some of the newer Pixar and Disney characters we can expect to see in Disney Kingdom Hearts 3, which is coming out on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. But really, Disney Infinity has really taken over, and now even more so with the video game release of Disney Infinity 3.0. Let me know what you guys think of this. It was definitely fun putting this video game review together for you. I have not played Disney Infinity 3.0, just to let you guys know, but I have played Disney Infinity's 1.0 and 2.0. Really enjoyed those experiences, had a chance to check those video games out. Really enjoyed playing those video games for you, and I'm going to equally enjoy playing Disney Infinity 3.0 when the finally opportunity arises for me to check out Disney Infinity 3.0. Really excited to play this video game, especially with Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Spider